There's God here, and it's time to talk about Gachiakuta. But before we get into the episode, I'm still dealing with my health issues. My throat is still not very well, so I'm sorry if I'm sounding weird or hoarse or coughing and things like that. I apologize beforehand. But anyway, let's get into the episode here. And this one definitely ramps things up and made me like the characters even more. It feels like we're getting to that big turning point here. And Zodyl reminds me of Aizen quite a lot from Bleach. If you guys never watched Bleach, I highly recommend the series, one of my all-time favorite series. But yeah, things are definitely ramping up, and what the hell are these Watchmen series things? Who was the one that created them, and is Zodyl's plan actually going to work out? And it seems like it's gonna be an all-out war, so to say, and the cleaners are finally excited here. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, picks up from last week. We get a bit more glimpses into Zodyl, and like I said, he definitely reminds me of Aizen, all of the experiments he performed and everything. I'm not gonna go into spoilers with Bleach, just know that Aizen is one of the coolest characters in the series, and they have similar demeanors and ways about viewing the world a bit and going about experimentation, just willing to do anything and everything. There are no morals, there are no things they wouldn't do for their experiments to achieve their goals. So Zodyl here trying to create his own Watchmen series, and we see a bit of glimpses into that. The first thing he created was a failure. He discarded it, but thanks to that he was able to create the artificial trash beasts that we see. They're similar to the wild ones, but their the core at them is those vital instruments here, and slowly revealing a bit more information with the Watchmen series also, that really puts into perspective a lot of things and makes Regto even more suspicious. That I've said it in previous videos. Regto has so much explaining to do here. According to Zodyl, the Watchmen series have existed longer than any other instrument, and apparently the one that created them, that used them, was a very strong user, and that's why it's so powerful. And even questioning, how do you have to live, how do you have to be to create something like the Watchmen series, and having that effect of causing madness into people the longer they use them, but also people that are able to use them without any effect have lost a part of their humanity. And we see a bit of a glimpse with Zodyl kind of alone in that no man's land there, and when Rudo also had his own moment, that bloody feast there, they lost a part of themselves, maybe that darkness inside them. Maybe that's why Rudo has been able to use the gloves without fully going insane. Maybe he already lost a part of himself, or whatever that darkness is in him here. So I'm really liking this episode quite a lot, and made Zodyl quite interesting here. And his plan being revealed, wanting to fly to the sphere with the beast, and the bigger reveal also being that they were inside this giant trash beast that we see here. This allows the cleaners to finally be excited, and I like how Aizen put it. We're not very good against humans, but fighting trash beasts is our specialty. I'm paraphrasing a bit there. So yeah, I'm curious if they're gonna be able to destroy the beast, or are we actually gonna get to the sphere? I think it might be a bit too early, maybe, to get to the sphere or have every mystery resolved right now. Of course, I would like to have the answer. You guys have no idea how hard it is for me not to pick up the manga, get the answers, get everything, knowing right now, or at least what has been revealed so far in the manga. I don't care about spoilers, they don't bother me, except for series I do videos on. Usually when I watch or read something, I go full blown into spoiler. I'm really weird about that, so me having to, I have to hold it when I'm doing videos here. I would have had the answer right now, but yeah, we get to see a bit more flashbacks with Regto supporting Rudo when he was being discriminated, harassed by the Spherites there. He was losing it, he wasn't feeling well, he was getting sicker and sicker, both mentally and physically at the same time. And Regto had this book with the Watchman symbol on it. He was the one that brought the gloves to Regto, to Rudo. Here I'm curious, was he the one that created the gloves? Was he the original one, or was he able to create something of the Watchmen series? Was he just somebody that knew about them? He has so many things he needs to answer for. And of course, somebody was there after him to kill him. So everything surrounding Regto is a big mystery and suspicious here. And we see slowly Rudo recovering thanks to those gloves here, and even starting to question, being shocked how did Regto have them, and Zodyl also being curious how he has been able to have them and not know about vital instruments, also at the same time becoming one when he was on the ground here. So many things with Regto, with Rudo, Zodyl getting involved here. I'm really liking this. This episode is definitely build up, ramping up of things. I really hope the payoff is going to be worth it when we get to that. And I'm not talking about the action. The action is probably gonna be cool. I just hope they don't repeat when we have fights again. When we had the Noerda and the Rio fight, the gun moment was really cool, but I would have liked to see more of the actual fight instead of random objects in the background there. So when we have fights, I really hope we get to see the full fight with that here. And Zodyl definitely got a lot more interesting, and he wants to know everything about Rudo, the Sphere, the Watchmen series, and wanting to gather all of them, kind of be like Thanos of the Watchmen series. What if someone is able to use all of them? He wants to know what's going to happen. All of that power here, and everything has been an experiment to reach the Sphere, to further his goal here, to ride the beast across the border. So I don't know if that's gonna be able. We still don't know what exactly this border is, how it came to be, what happened, how the spheres, the world, the setting, what happened to get everything into this situation. But that's probably gonna be the bigger mystery of the series. What I really liked, we knew that Guita was listening throughout the episode and from previous episodes also. She just instantly jumps out happy when she heard they're inside a trash beast. Everybody had the same reaction. Basically, Engine also left the kid in behind, not wanting to fight him, kind of tricked him into revealing they're in a trash beast. And then he got excited. All of the faces he was making when he was walking, that face he had, the face he made when he was excited or shocked first that they were inside the beast, were great. So are we actually gonna see Engine do something right now? It feels like he was just standing up. So far we even have Bundus versus the Deers there, and Deer Santa had enough the fidgeting here, just tapping. I also have that restless leg syndrome, so I felt him there. So all of the cleaners excited they're finally able to fight beasts not being good against humans, and Deer and Bro Santa revealing their powers. Centralian for Deer, and the cloth for Bro. I don't know what exactly the cloth does, but I'm really liking Centralian, his power here. I'm gonna get into that. And Bro Santa questioning, having a really good question. Why were they able to actually breathe inside the beast? Because usually they have a lot more toxicity the stronger they are. And even Bundus didn't know. He played it off, but he also wants answer. Like, I feel besides Zodyl, Bundus is probably the most interesting raider that we have seen so far. I feel like he has his own goals, he's working with them, hoping we get more Bundus because I really like him. But what I liked was when Bro Santa threw Deer Santa at the wall to punch it, and then we see those small punches. I was expecting a big punch or him just darting straight through it or something, but then you see just small punches, nothing happening. And then Bund's like, yeah, you shouldn't really do that with keys. Just at some point you have to rein them in, show them reality. Of course, paraphrasing a bit. And I really like Bro, just, yeah, at some point you should leave them alone, support them when they're at the point of a breakthrough or something. And then you see the punches slowly started working more and more, and then the reveal of the power, how it works. The more he hits something, the more he drains its power, and the stronger he becomes. And I'm really liking powers like that. So like Life Force Steel, Power Steel, Absorption in a way. and it fits him, honestly. It feels like he's always at the point of exploding, so you don't want to make him explode. The more he punches, the stronger he gets. But I'm curious if they're gonna be able to destroy this giant beast, how much he's able to absorb also, if all of them are attacking at some point now that are excited, or are we actually gonna get it flying. So also very curious with the Watchmen series. Is one of the bigger mysteries of the show so far. Who was the creator? Regto has some answers to do, so we're gonna get action, but I'm really hoping the payoff is also gonna be worth it. So definitely a build-up episode, ramping up things, but I'm liking it, and he definitely reminds me of Aizen. So if you guys know, was there some inspiration there, let me know in the comments below. Of course, don't go into spoilers, even though I want the answers so much. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about this episode. And again, apologize for my voice here. Hopefully I'm gonna get over it. I wanted to work on so many other videos also, but yeah, it's hard right now. After recording this video, I'm gonna need some tea and some recovery after talking for like 10-11 minutes, however the long the video is gonna be. It's gonna hit me hard. Anyway, thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Gachiakuta. It seems like we're getting there, the turning point, and the series is definitely ramping up more and more here. So I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.